So what do we call it when people or systems or institutions are behaving outside what we expect them to, outside of what we anticipate their behaviors and actions to be? In sociology, this is a social phenomenon known as deviance, deviating from the norm, from what is expected. So what we're seeing in the 2026 political climate in the US are two forms of deviance, from the organizations of the government all the way to the crowds of citizens. Now, the organizational deviance is protest. Organizational deviance is protesting against an organization, all the way to formally protesting, disrupting governmental operations, disrupting economical operations, disrupting traffic, disrupting the social folkways of what we perceive to be normal in our headlines, in our streets, in our neighbors. Protest is a very extreme form of organizational deviance. The only step beyond protesting would be rebellion and revolution. Now, the other form of deviance that we are witnessing in our headlines, in our neighborhoods, in our lives is something called predatory deviance. This is deviance where people in positions of power begin to lack controls and checks against that power, exerting abuses upon others. So the deviance we are seeing in the US from ICE agents is absolving them of any accountability or responsibility with that position of power, while also being excused and incentivized to visit abuses upon normal people, civilians, immigrants. Within the academic lens of sociology, predatory deviance is often observed under domestic abuses, under cult and criminal behavior. Think of Ted Bundy, who dressed up pretending to be a police officer in order to murder and rape women victims. Think of the Stanford prison experiment, where people were given absolute power and status over others. They had to end the experiment early because those in power, playing prison guards, were visiting wildly unforeseen abuses upon the other participants in the study. So we observe this parallel effect where organizations, the institutions, are behaving in a predatory, deviant manner, and then masses of civilians and regular citizens are beginning to organize in this organizational deviance. So what we see in the social stratification vertically, the very top is behaving in a deviant manner, and the very bottom is behaving in a deviant manner. This makes for a very insecure and unbalanced system to come.